Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Today we're in Michigan watching the arraignment of a defendant charged with first-degree premeditated murder after a fatal shooting. The prosecution is arguing for remand due to the severity of the charges, while the defense is pushing for a cash bond. Let's see how this initial hearing sets the tone for what's to come.
Okay, sir on camera 4, what's your name? With the beard. Yes, you. Yes,
Craig,
you.
C-R-E-I-G.
All right, I got you.
Look, I just want to go on record that they refused to give me my psych meds for 3-4 days.
Hold on, Mr. Bergson. Hold on one second.
Okay, Mr. Bergeron.
Yes.
State your name for the record.
Craig Michael Bergeron.
All right, this is case number 240-450-2701. People State of Michigan versus Craig Bergeron. Appearances, please.
Jennifer Douglas for the people, P72748.
Your Honor, may it please the court, Craig, on behalf of Mr. Bergeson, would waive the formal reading stand mute. He's been advised of his rights, Judge.
Forward on not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Bergeron. Ms. Douglas, are you asking for a remand?
Yes, Your Honor, I am asking for a remand for under two different sets of reasonings. One, Mr. Bergeron would qualify for remand because he's charged with first-degree premeditated murder, but then also he is currently on bond for a violent offense at the time that he is alleged to have committed this violent offense. He is currently on or has been out on bond out of Sixth Circuit Court, case number 24-291522, Your Honor, for a case where he's charged with 2 counts of assaulting a prison employee. Your Honor, the date of offense for that dates back to June 14th of 23, but he was just arraigned on the information for that November 26th of 24. The Register of Actions on the Sixth Circuit Court website indicate that bond was posted on November 18th, which was it says $25,000 cash. I'm thinking it's $25,000 cash of surety, but so he would have been out on that bond at the time he allegedly committed this offense. So he qualifies for remand twice over. Your Honor, here we believe that there is clear and convincing evidence of Mr. Bergeron's guilt, and so it is appropriate, given the danger to the public, for there to be a remand. Here we have Mr. Bergeron allegedly shooting someone. There does not seem to be any sort of provocation, except possibly there is a lady who the victim was also interested in. Your Honor, there was a witness who stated that Mr. Bergeron was in his home along with the victim and that he heard a gunshot. He turns and looks and he sees Mr. Bergeron with the gun to the victim's head, and Mr. Bergeron is still pulling the trigger. Mr. Bergeron allegedly flees, and then a couple days later is alleged to have assaulted a lady who told police that he had hit her and tried to shove her into his car because Mr. Bergeron thought she was setting him up. Your Honor, Mr. Bergeron eventually arrested, and when he was arrested, there was a gun recovered. The gun that was recovered matches the description that the witness from the homicide gave about a firearm with a wooden handle. And Your Honor, NIBIN testing matches the casings recovered from the homicide to that firearm that was found on Mr. Bergeron. So, Your Honor, we believe there's definitely a danger here to the public. Your Honor, we are asking for a remand in this matter.
Mr. Reagan?
Judge, I understand what the investigator's report says. It's an investigator's report. It's written a certain way. It doesn't tell you everything. Obviously, there are going to be more things that come out. The most important thing, I think you kind of heard Mr. Bergeson say, he hasn't had, in the last 3 days, Judge, while he's been there, he hasn't had his medication. I think that's important. I think he needs to have that. But also, Judge, I understand what the nature of the charge is. I understand, this court, Your Honor. But I do want to point out that
Mr. Bergeron,
Bergeron,
stand still.
If you can, okay? If you can. So
Go ahead, Mr. Reagan.
Judge, I do, again, understand the nature of the charges, but I also want the court to take into consideration, Judge, there are some other factors that may play along into this right now. I understand Miss Douglas is asking for a remand. I understand it's remandable, but I also think that there are some things in the investigator's report to look at. I do understand that there was a gun found. I understand there are some witnesses, but I also think there are some other factors that play along here that'll come out, Judge, just by speaking briefly to Mr. Bergeson. So I'm asking the court to consider some type of monetary cash bond. I understand it's not going to be a low bond. I do understand that, but I do understand, but I am asking for some type of cash bond at this particular time instead of a remand.
All right. DDC, can you mark this file medical? For the reasons stated by Ms. Douglas, I will remand him under MCR 6.106. At reviewing the investigation report, he was identified. There was a witness. I believe there's clear and convincing evidence that, or strong evidence that he committed this crime. So I will remand him into custody of Wayne County Jail while this case is pending. Probable cause January 3rd, preliminary examination January 9th at 1:45 p.m. Both in front of, I think it's Judge Taylor. Mr. Bergeron, do you have any questions regarding your bond and or court dates? Have a good day.
The hearing wrapped up as expected. Bond denied, with the judge emphasizing the seriousness of the case. Let's be honest, though. Did the defense really think their cash bond request stood a chance? As the case progresses, it raises deeper questions. What drives someone to such violence? And most importantly, were there warning signs that were missed? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more gripping courtroom moments. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.